In January of 2022, Rode released a new microphone called the Rode Videomic Go 2, and I purchased one on a whim. And I did so for two reasons. Number one, it was only $99, and number two, I planned on purchasing it, reviewing it, and then returning it. Sorry, not sorry, because I actually ended up keeping the microphone. So this begs the question, 6 or 7 months later, do I think this microphone is worth hanging on to? 6 or 7 months later, do I feel like this was a good purchase? Well, stick around, let's find out. I mean, it is. It's a great mic. It was a great purchase. End of video, we can stop right here, but let's dig deeper. Hey everybody, my name is Patrick. I am a husband, a dad, a human, and a creator living in New York City. And on this channel, we talk about all of it. Now, I'm not in New York City right now because I'm on vacation. Yay! Now, I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record here, but people who create video content tend to spend way too much time focused on their video quality and not enough time focused on their audio quality. You spend all this time trying to find the best camera for the cheapest price, all the while, right in your pocket, you already most likely have a great camera available to you. Now, when you begin to take your audio seriously, I've got some bad news for you. There is a large chasm, a huge gap between really high-end microphones that have tons of features and entry-level microphones that sound okay but don't have enough features. These high-end microphones cost hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, and sometimes they don't even work right out of the box. You have to buy other equipment to actually create audio with them. And like I said, these entry-level microphones, even though they're 50, 60, 70 bucks, just don't have enough features for you to use them in the long run. So in walks the Rode Videomic Go 2. Now this microphone is meant, in my opinion, to bridge the gap between really high-end mics and entry-level microphones. And full disclosure, you're not hearing the Rode Videomic Go 2 right now, you're hearing the Rode Wireless Go 2. In the future, in a few minutes, we are going to hear the Rode Videomic Go 2. Do not worry. When you pull it out of the box, it feels like a cheap piece of plastic. It feels like you could just drop this thing and break it. You could snap it like a pencil. But don't let that fool you. Under the hood here are some hidden features that make this thing my go-to microphone. Before we get to some of those hidden features, let's just talk about what comes in the box. Along with this microphone, you are given this mount. Now, this mount is double, if not triple, the weight of the Rode Videomic Go 2. And as you can see here on the Rode Videomic Go 2, there are these little arrows that tell you where you should put the mount. Now, the reason why you're given some little arrows to guide you on how to put this mount on the mic or the mic on the mount, I'm not sure how we should say that. I'm gonna say mic on the mount. It doesn't matter, we're focusing on the wrong things. There are these arrows guiding you on where you put this mic mount because there are some ports that the Rode Videomic Go 2 wants you to be able to access. Number one, there's this little 1/8" port here, and that is simply used to plug your cable into the microphone and the other end into your camera. Now, this is a plug and play microphone. No charging is required, no batteries are required. I love that. Some of these high-end microphones require batteries or a certain type of charge or certain type of power, and if you're shooting a video and all of a sudden your mic runs out of battery, I mean, you're stuck. You've got to sit there and wait till your mic charges up or you have the right power source to be able to film. So the fact that this is plug and play really brings me tons of joy. The cable that comes with the Rode Videomic Go 2 is not this cable. It's actually a flimsy black cable, and I feel like Rode has done way better in the past with their cables. Maybe that's one of the areas where they saved money, but I use some of their other cables, like this guy, this little slinky dude, or the one that can actually mold to any shape. I love those. Hate the one that came with the Rode Videomic Go 2, but it's fine. You could buy a different one for $5 on Amazon. You'll also notice on the mount there are these little ridges here where cables can actually clip in, different size cables actually, so that they don't run astray and get in your shot or anything like that. You'll also notice on the bottom of the mount, there are these two screws. One to tighten your mic down using this shoe mount down to your camera, but this other screw tightens the actual screws here, the actual base here, to the bottom of the mount, meaning I can move it forward towards my subject and tighten, or I can move it backwards away from my subject if I want to, or if the view, this microphone is somehow obstructing view or something like that. You'll also notice on the bottom of this mount, you can slip in little receivers and transmitters and things like that that Rode and Deity and DJI have been releasing if you want to use this microphone wirelessly with one of those systems. We're not going to get into that today. So this mount, while it provides heft to the mic, also has just a ton of great features in it that make it really versatile. And nothing makes the microphone look more professional than when you add on the pop filter or the windscreen. Now we look like a microphone with heft. We look like a professional microphone, but before it really does feel flimsy, and it just kind of shocked me when I pulled it out of the box. So I wanted to bring that up. On the other side of the microphone here, you're going to see a USB-C port. Now, again, it's not for charging, it's not for transferring data or anything like that. This USB-C port is used for two things. Number one, the Rode Videomic Go 2 plugs into a Mac or a PC directly using a USB-C cable and interacts with the Rode Central app. Now, what on earth is the Rode Central app? This microphone actually has settings that can be changed using an app on your computer. Full disclosure, I have never changed one setting on this microphone. I have always used it as is, out of the box. It has served me so well. But these settings are important, so I want to talk about them really quickly. So let's hop over to the computer. So as you can see, I have the Rode Central app opened here. I plug in my Rode Videomic Go 2 and it just immediately appears. Now, number one, I see that there are firmware updates that can be applied here and software updates that can be applied to the microphone. Now, what does that mean? That means that when I plug this mic in, Rode could potentially release new features for me. And then I see these settings. I can turn the pad on and off. I can change the input level of the microphone. I have a high pass filter that can be set to 75 or 150, or I can leave off. I have a high filter boost that I can turn on and off, and then a direct monitor that I can change the volume of. But don't forget, this USB-C port has two functions. It has the Rode Central connectivity function. It also has direct connection to an iPhone, an iPad, a Mac, or a PC to be used as a standalone microphone. That's right. If you are live streaming, if you want to upgrade the audio of your Zoom calls, or if you want to use the Rode Videomic Go 2 with Logic or GarageBand or Audacity or almost any digital audio workstation or DAW, you can do so by plugging the Rode Videomic Go 2 into your computer only using USB-C. No drivers are needed, nothing else. And this will upgrade your audio game in those scenarios. I've used this mic in all sorts of settings, not just with my camera, but like I said, with Logic, with GarageBand, with Audacity, with Zoom, with live streams, and it sounds incredible. And once again, I haven't changed any of the settings, just plug and play and it sounds great. But let me point out one other small feature you may not be aware of. When you are using this USB-C port to connect the Rode Videomic Go 2 to your Mac or your PC, on the other side, this 1/8" mic connection turns into a headphone jack. So you can directly monitor the audio that you are sending through the microphone. So if you are looking for a really easy live stream setup, maybe you're not even looking to upgrade the audio of your camera, but your live stream or your Zoom calls or what have you, if you use this mic on a mount plugged into your computer via USB-C, you will have audio monitoring available right from the microphone itself, which just makes things easier in the long run. As you can probably tell, having purchased this microphone with the intention to review it and return it, but never returning it was the best mistake I've ever made when it came to audio, because I love this microphone and I'm never returning it. When I pulled it out of the box and plugged it into my camera, it basically never came off my camera. I use it for live streams, I use it for Zooms, I use it for almost all of my videos, and I'm in love with its versatility.
I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it.
I'm also in love with the fact that you can plug it into your computer and use the Rode Central app to upgrade its settings. And one thing you may not have realized that the Rode Videomic Go 2 gives you is longevity. If it has the ability to plug into the Rode Central app and change its settings, And if the Rode Central app is sending it firmware updates and potentially new features like it's done with its other microphones, like the Rode Wireless Go 2 through the Rode Central app, that means this mic is going to stay with you for a much longer period of time. Instead of waiting for Rode to release new microphones with new features, the Rode Videomic Go 2 in some cases is going to be given new features via software updates. So the zoom capability, the live stream capability, the great camera connectivity capability, the ability to plug it into my iPhone and my iPad, my Mac, all of those things make this an extremely versatile mic that's going to last me a long time and future-proof me for a longer period of time than a microphone that basically is what it is out of the box. And I love that. But all these features mean nothing if it doesn't sound good. Am I right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to switch over from the Rode Wireless Go 2 to the Rode Videomic Go 2 in 3, 2, 1. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is that this lav and this shotgun mic sound extremely different, and that's okay. And you might think that this lav mic sounds better. I'm not gonna lie to you, I agree with you, because a lav doesn't move. It stays where it is, and your audio is always being caught in the same place. Even if I move my head, it doesn't change that much. Whereas this mic catches way more of the room sound. Now I can fix that really quickly, but I didn't want to doctor this mic up at all. I doctored the audio of my lav up a bit. I gave it some warmth. I gave it some EQ. I took out some room noise and isolated my voice. But I left the Rode Videomic Go 2 pretty naked because I wanted you to hear it in its raw form. I did add some voice isolation, but I've added no EQ whatsoever. Imagine, if it sounds this good already, in my opinion, imagine how good it would sound if I was in a better room or if I'd actually taken the time to EQ it. But I wanted you to hear it in its most raw form. So what do you think? How does it sound? I gotta tell you that I am sold. This microphone is not only extremely versatile, but it also sounds great. And it's only 99 bucks. And think about this. Those entry-level microphones cost about $50 or $60, and they do not include the features that the Rode Videomic Go 2 has. The really expensive microphones that are $300, $400, or even thousands of dollars, they have all sorts of features that the Rode Videomic Go 2 doesn't have, but you're gonna need to know how to use them. You're going to need to buy audio interfaces and extra cables and things like that to get them working. For only $99, about $30 or $40 more than entry-level microphones, you're given all sorts of great features right out of the box that just work with every piece of gear that you have. iPad, iPhone, your Mac, your PC, and almost any camera out there. So for me, it's a no-brainer. 99 bucks. After 6 or 7 months, this microphone is going to stay with me forever, and I don't plan on taking it off my camera. But what do you think? Do you love the way this sounds? Do you have questions about the microphone? Is there a microphone out there that you're loving? Let me know down in the comments. And while you're there, do all the other YouTube things. Share this video, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep creating.